YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, it's that time of the week where we preview the next team that the Washington football team faces. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. Roll the intro, baby. We are Washington. Let's get it. Where all my Washington fans at? Y'all the Washington football team. How do you expect to be good, man? Y'all are trash. 3-13 yet again. Blah, blah, blah. Listen. We Washington. Chase him with a sack, rush him down. Feel like I'm sick every time he get the ball. You know it's a touchdown. Who that out wide? McLaurin, 17. You know that he's scoring. It's right off the edge. He's stopping the run. This defense is crazy. It's number one. Look at Trash, the way that he punt. You get it? We Washington, man, we Washington. So, after losing to the Arizona Cardinals, the Washington football team hits the road yet again, and they go to First Energy Stadium to take on the Cleveland Browns. Now, before we get into our preview, let's take a look back at both teams' last performances and how they did. So, starting with the Washington football team, we know we lost to the Arizona Cardinals in the desert. That one kind of hurt because we had so many chances to win that game. And, you know, it's kind of early in the season, so I was mad, you know, the first 24 hours. But then, you know, after, I would say, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday, I started to get over it. So, we 1-1, right? We already know that. Then you have the Cleveland Browns, who, on the other hand, are on an extreme high right now. Yes, they are 1-1, but they feel as though that they are coming in here, you know, hot. They're coming off a great win versus the Cincinnati Bengals, which was actually surprisingly a good game. Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had a phenomenal game. I'm not even going to lie. Week 1, he was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Him and Odell were not on the same page, but then they bounced back very good versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, what team is it better to do against? Your division foe on Thursday Night Football when the whole world's watching. So they had a great game, and they won 35-30. We're 1-1, and they're 1-1, but their 1-1 is like, they feel like they're 2-0 because they are on extreme high. This team is very, very good. If they can get things rolling, I don't think they're going to win the AFC North. I feel as though that it's going to be Baltimore, but they could very well sneak into the wild card if they continue the ball. Now, I know it's still early, and there's still a lot of football to be played, but this team is very dangerous. I mean, this offense is phenomenal. Kevin Stefanski, he's off to I would say, decent start. Let's just be real. It's week 1 that you're not beating the Ravens week 1, especially in their house on the road. I know it's a division game, and I know they got one versus the Ravens last year, but come on, I don't think they were going to beat them. Then they got the Bengals, right? They got the Bengals, and they got them out the way. So they're on an extreme high right now, and it's our job to make them come back to earth. So with that being said, what do we need to do to beat the Cleveland Browns week 3? So first, before we get into the preview, the keys to victory, like I said, is going to be to contain Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. And I know a lot of people are disappointed in our secondary, especially Troy Aikpi. A lot of people want Troy Aikpi gone, and I can understand why, but it's week 3, guys. You got to understand that it's still early in the season. If this was like week 7, week 8, and he's still playing horrible, first, if he's still playing horrible at the time, I don't see him being a starter no more. And even if he is, then you make a move for a guy like Demarius Randall. But until then, it's only week 3, so stay calm for as of right now. And if you look at the film, I don't know if you guys have NFL Game Pass, but if you look at the film, the coach's film, Troy Aikpi, yeah, he played bad, but it was not that bad. He has mental and minor mistakes, I should say. He has minor mistakes from him being flat-footed, having his eyes in the backfield. Those are all fixable mistakes, and those are all things that are going to come with getting experience. Guys, this is only his second start in the NFL as the safety. Yes, he got some playing time last year, but he was mostly on special teams and behind Monte Nicholson. This is this guy's second start in the NFL, so give him some time. Yeah, and I know that this secondary is going to get tested right off the bat. I understand that. Odell Beckham, one of the top receivers in the league, especially when his head's on straight, and it seems like his head's on straight right now. He just needs to get that QB play out of Baker, and we could be in for some trouble, but I could very well see us containing Odell and Juice. And one, we get Kendall Fuller back. Kendall Fuller is finally going to be healthy and making his debut. Kendall Fuller is our best corner on this team, so hopefully he can contain Odell when he comes into the slot. And then Jimmy Moreland and Fabian Moreau, yeah, they had a rough day versus DeAndre Hopkins, but I can see Fabian Moreau having a bounce back game. Ronald Darby, I don't know, man. As long as he doesn't get beat deep, he's solid, but once he gets beat deep, then we could be in a world of trouble. That's why I mentioned Fabian Moreau and Jimmy Moreland. They could very well have some bounce back games, but honestly, I don't see Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry getting off in this game. Their number one target is going to be Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper, man, he's really good, and to think that we could have got him in a free agency, but he did not want to come to Washington, and we thought that he was a little too expensive, so we didn't go after him. So he's really going to be their X factor. And also, did I mention their run game? They're going to try to kill us with the play fake, and they're going to establish the run first with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's probably the best 1-2 punch in all of football as of right now. I'm being honest. Nick Chubb, top 10 back in the league, top 5 back in the league, some may say. And then you counter that out with Kareem Hunt. It's going to be dangerous. So we have to contain their run. And as long as their run doesn't pop off, then we should be good. But once they run pop off, then they're going to kill us on the play action. That's what their offense consists of, is run, play action. First week 1 versus the Eagles, they couldn't run the play action on us. We got back there every time. Their offensive line is horrible. And then Carson Wentz was holding on to the ball too long. They tried to run on us. They weren't going nowhere. So I don't see their running game too much being as a threat, although we have to keep that in the back of our head. I mean, because they still have Nick Chubb, who's bound to break one every time he gets the ball. So I don't think they're going to break a big run on us just because of how good our run defense is with Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Tim Settle, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis is the best run stuff on this team outside of Deron Payne. I don't see them being able to break one loose on us. Now, if they do, that play action could be really deadly for the secondary, and Odell could really go off. But if we can contain the run, I don't see them having a big day at all. That's really all we have to do, is contain the run on the offensive side of the ball, and I promise you their receivers won't be involved in the game. Now, like I said once again, before we move on, if they do pop off the runs, then we could be in a world of trouble. All we have to do is contain Austin Hooper, because Austin Hooper is going to be the only guy that outside of the play actions is going to kill us. Let's just face it. We never do good checking tight ends. So KPL is probably going to stick him the whole game. KPL has been the only linebacker that's really been that much good in the past covering the game. Kevin Pierre-Louis had a very good game versus the Arizona Cardinals. He read that pass out the back for Kenyon Drake. He lit up DeAndre Hopkins on the screen, so he can cover. But Austin Hooper is just really good, man. I'm being honest. So we're gonna have our hands full. This offense is really good. And how am I forgetting about David Njoku and Hunter Bryant, the guy that they got out of, I think, Florida Atlantic this draft, who was really solid for them versus the win against the Cincinnati Bengals. So we're going to have our hands full. Do I think we can be up for the task? Yes, I do. Now, for us to win this game, the offense have to produce. Now, we know the defense is going to do what the defense has to do. I mean, let's just be real. The defense was not the reason why we lost that game versus Arizona. Yeah, they gave up 30 points, but that game was not lost by the defense. The defense got us so many stops, and then the offense just gave the ball right back to the Arizona Cardinals in good field position. So, as long as the offense could, sustain a long drive, let the defense get their breaths, and even if they do stall them out, if we give their offense a long field to drive, I don't see them being able to score on us. But then once you get them good field position, like from the 40-yard line to 30 to 20 and stuff like that on plus side territory, then that's where the defense really becomes worn down. But if you have to make them drive on us a long field, 70, 90 yards to score a touchdown, I don't see it happening. So the offense is going to have to help out the defense. The offense is going to have to get going early. Sustain the run early. Establish the run early, I might add. get Antonio Gibson involved more. Get J.D. McKissic involved more. You know what I'm saying? Those guys had good games versus the Arizona Cardinals, man. J.D. McKissic and also Antonio Gibson had some good games. So get that run established early. Once we establish the run, Scott Turner, be more creative with your play calling. You know, we brought in Antonio Gibson to split him out wide sometimes, and J.D. McKissic to be the third down back and split him out wide. Why are we not showing that? Be more creative when it actually matters. Don't wait until the game is out of reach to start mixing up plays and digging into your playbook. Do that from the start. Now, Steven Sims is a little nicked up, and he might not go Sunday, so hopefully we can see Antonio Gibson in the slot more. Maybe J.D. McKissic, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Isaiah Wright. Isaiah Wright is another guy that a lot of people don't know about, but he can really be a great slot receiver and also a Swiss Army knife. We can line him up in the backfield. So hopefully if Steven Sims doesn't go, I really hope he's going to go because he's probably the second best receiver on this roster. Let's just be real. And if he can't go, we might be in a world of trouble. We have to get Terry McLaurin the ball early in this game. We got Terry McLaurin the ball last game. He ate, but that was really when the game was out of reach. Get him the ball at the start of the game. He has Greedy Williams checking him, and he knows Greedy Williams' weaknesses because they went to Ohio State together. Same could be said for Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams knows Terry McLaurin like the back of their hand. He knows Dwayne Haskins. They practice against each other. But like I said, we can say the same for Dwayne and Terry McLaurin. They all practice together at Ohio State, so they know how each other loves to play. So, we have our hands full, but I really do think that we can pull this one out, honestly. And the keys to victory, like I said, just to sum them up quick. Contain Odell, contain Austin Hooper, and contain Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, I'm just being honest. If he's on Morgan Moses' side, I feel more comfortable. But if he's on Jerron Christian's side, which they're more likely going to do because if they watch the film, they seen that Jerron Christian got killed on by Chandler Jones. So if they do that, then we could be in a world of trouble. But Myles Garrett is on Morgan Moses' side, so I feel more comfortable. But once they start moving him around, then we could be in a world of trouble. But quick little synopsis for the offense. Get the ball out your hands quick, Dwayne. Mix up the plays, Scott Turner, and we could be in for a good day. Once again, Myles Garrett, contain him, contain Odell, and stop the run game. And we could very well win this game. So with that being said, it's me, boy, Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, to the Washington football team. Just a little quick video going over the preview versus the Cleveland Browns. Do I have us winning this game? Yes, I do. Now, if you guys watched my video from a couple months back when I previewed our schedule, I had us splitting the first 4 games. Now, we're off to that start, and we beat the Eagles like I said we were going to do, and we lost to the Cardinals like I said we were going to do. I had us winning versus the Cleveland Browns by a score of 23-15. Washington wins, and I had us just splitting the first 4 games. So I don't want anyone to think, oh, of course you're going to pick them to win. That is true, but I already had them winning this game before the season even started. So with that being said, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.